Brother, did you know that carbs spike your insulin levels and blood sugar levels more than twice the amount that even white table sugar does? And upon hearing this myself, I was confused because I was taught that sugar was the devil. It was the true enemy. And through years of studying and trying out loads of different diets by cutting out certain things, adding in certain things, I'd never come across to completely cut out carbs before. So I took it upon myself in my life 4 months ago to completely eliminate as much carbs as possible. And genuinely, I was shocked by the results that I have already seen and felt in just the last 4 months in my life. And I promise you, after listening to these words and finding out the results that I have had in my life from doing this, I am certain that you will be convinced to do the same. So before cutting out carbs in my life, I was still going to the gym. I was trying to eat healthy. I was eating actually quite a high amount of carbs and I saw muscle gain in my physique, but the physique that I wanted was a lean aesthetic build and I didn't have that. Even when I was eating healthy, even when I was eating a lot of protein, I was in a calorie surplus, then sometimes in a deficit. I wasn't seeing like the lean aesthetic shreds that I wanted. I also suffered with a lot of cravings. I also suffered with a lot of brain fog as well. So straight away I noticed when quitting carbs was that all of that went away. I never had cravings. I stopped getting that brain fog. And I started to lean out and see muscle that I had never seen before. I was getting so lean. I'll put a picture here so you can see. Look at the muscle definition. And bear in mind, this was me just a few weeks before I decided to quit carbs. The difference within just 4 months by quitting carbs and changing that diet around is incredible. So I found right away that I was getting leaner, no more cravings, I could focus more, my brain fog completely disappeared. I just felt more stable within myself. No more energy crashes, complete control, and my focus every day just was razor sharp. And all of this didn't just happen for a reason, so let me explain. Carbs are long chains of sugar that your body breaks down into glucose, which spikes your blood sugar and floods your system with insulin, which is causing you to have these cravings, causing you to have these energy crashes every day, and overall is causing you to have poor health. So white rice, white bread, or just any type of bread, potatoes, any carb you can think of is having a more detrimental effect than you ever probably thought it could have. And the way you have to look at it is our ancestors, primarily hundreds of years ago, didn't wake up and eat cereals, pastas, rice, bread, potatoes 3 times a day. They lived on eggs, meat, high fat, anything they could find they ate from head to tail. Carbs weren't the base of their diet at all, which means most of the time they were always in a natural state of ketosis, which allowed them the energy to hunt every day and to do what they needed to do. This is a picture of an average primal man hundreds of years ago who used to only eat eggs, meat, no carbs. Look how naturally lean they were. Do you think they went to the gym? Absolutely not. Gyms weren't a thing back then. It was hunting, gathering, and a natural no-carb diet. Their body relied on these ketones and also fat as energy. That's why they were so lean and healthy, because any excess fat that they had on their body was shredded and turned into energy. And once you understand this, it becomes quite logical to why carbs are the true enemy. Because once you specifically eat high amounts of carbs, your body no longer has to produce ketones or doesn't have to then use fat as energy. It can run on carbs. That's why you will struggle to lose fat. That's why you'll find it really easy just to hold fat, because your body isn't burning as much as it used to do. So when you cut carbs, specifically right now and today, if you decide to do so, you find that you will get back to that state of ketosis, meaning your body will then be reliant on your fat storage and fat intake and these ketones to be used as energy. And you'll find once you do so that you'll get leaner, sharper, and more grounded and focused in life. So quitting carbs for me wasn't just about cutting out bread, rice, flour. Instead, it was about returning to the way that humans are meant to thrive. So if you're tired of these energy crashes, brain fog, holding fat, not being able to, be lean and aesthetic, give this a try for yourself. Cut the carbs, let your body reset, and see how primal you can really feel. Stop living on carbs and start living the way our ancestors once did. And I promise you, you will not be disappointed by the results. You got this. Stay strong, brother.